How's it going, everyone? In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the charts for the NQ and as well as for the ES. I want to make sure you guys have a trading strategy for this coming week. We have PPI and we also have CPI that's going to be coming out. And then after that, I'm going to be starting a brand new 50k combine with Topstep. I will show you guys what I'm going to do, what my strategies are going to be, and again, I'm going to be working off of the charts that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. I also will show you my personal express funded account that I have with Topstep as well, which is a 150k combine. So with this 50k combine, it's going to be a challenge for me using less size, but I think it'll be a lot more helpful for any of you that are thinking about getting into prop firm trading, getting these combines passed, and start getting those payouts. So I won't waste any more time. Let's get into those videos and I'll give you guys my final thoughts afterwards. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. So the chart that you see in front of you is a 4-hour chart. So I like to do a top-down analysis and then work my way down looking for trade opportunities. So what we could see clearly, hey, the market is in a downtrend. But let's see what happened for this past week. The market has been in an uptrend. And when we do this analysis, this is called looking at the market structure. This is very important. So we see that there's higher lows and there's higher highs. So this is telling me the market is trying to make a move higher. So taking that into consideration, let's go down now to our 1-hour time frame. So looking at the 1-hour time frame on the Nasdaq, we want to know what were the levels on the Friday. So the high was at 18,674 and then the low was at 18,383. So if we're looking for the market to make a move higher, of course we want to see the Nasdaq breaking above the high of the day on Friday. And we want to see consolidation and we want to see the market breaking out of that consolidation to make the move higher. So what is this level? 18,700. That's psychological, okay? So if we're able to consolidate between 18,700 and 18,800, we can look for that move higher to get to that psychological area right here at 19,000. And if we get the break above 19,000, that's where we can start looking at 19,500, 19,600, which is where the sellers showed up previously. So that is the trend that we see on the higher time frame if the Nasdaq wants to push higher. So please add that to your notes. As far as for the low of the day, like we confirmed, it's at 18,383. If we break below that, then the next level where we saw buyers showing up was right here at this 18,000 level. Does it mean we're just going to go straight down? Of course not. Nothing works like that inside of the market. But bulls could show up here right around this 18,200 level. Again, these psych levels are what you really want to pay attention to, but if there's downside, I can see us coming down to those levels, and if we break below further, then I can see us coming down to the 17,500s. Why am I pointing these areas out? Again, these were the levels that we had for this past week, so it's important to know them because they are still relevant if we have a downside move happening, okay? Now, you guys know what it looks like to the upside. You know what it looks like to the downside. Taking a look at the 4-hour chart on the ES, as you can see, pretty much very similar to the Nasdaq. Yes, we have been selling off, but for this past week, you could see that we are on an uptrend. We could see that there's higher lows and we have higher highs. So what we want to see right away, what are the levels to the upside and what are the levels to the downside? So the high of the day on the ES was at 5,385. So we want to see a break above this level. If we get that break above this level, then the next targets is 5,430 area. Why is that? This was an area where buyers showed up. It was a previous support area where we've had bounces off of this level. So that is why there could be some sellers that are hanging out here. But if we get the break above this area, then again, as you can see on my chart, we start getting near to their quarterly open, and then 5,535 is in the area to pay attention to. And if we really start picking up some momentum, we could start seeing the ES trying to get to that 5,580 area. What would happen from there? We'd have to wait and see what the market would do. But again, this type of a push, this type of a move is definitely not out of the equation for this coming week. Now, where could we find some trading opportunities? So let's go down to our 15-minute chart here. And like I said, we've already confirmed that, hey, the market was rangy. It was rangy on the Nasdaq, and it also was rangy on the ES. So are we just staying in this consolidation for that push higher? That's something we're going to wait for, but we already know what those key levels are. We also know we don't want to be caught trading in the middle, getting in this chop if we're sticking around the daily open. So if we see a break now below the low of the day that we had on Friday on the ES, that's where we can have the push further down. And then you'd want to see if the buyers step in around this 5,270 area. If they don't, then the ES is going to come all the way back down to this 5,220 area, bottom of that range. You're looking at 5,200 psychological area. If we break down even further, again, that's where we start coming down to Monday's lows for the past week. And we're talking about the areas of 5,122 and the bottom of that range. Whoa, 5,100. Again, these are the downside targets. Now, as far as for the trade opportunities are concerned, that's what I would be looking for. I only want to be taking trades in areas that are important. If you take trades that are not in important areas, you lower the likelihood of seeing success. You don't want to get caught up in the chop, and you don't want to have terrible trade location. You want to put your trades in the right place. So you want to look for price where it reacted the most. Where do we see, oh, that is a big move. So that is why I look at these bigger time frames. So as far as opportunities are concerned, you guys already know what time it is. If we're consolidating, we're staying near the highs, look for the push higher, right? If we end up just sticking in the middle and we decide to break down, good chance we might try to come down the retest near these lows, 5,330 and so forth. We break down lower, you guys already know what's going on. So we're now on my dashboard. This is my express funded account that I have with Topstep. So the current balance right now is at 3,336.98. I started this account like 12 days ago. My winning day percentage is 92%. And you can see I started on July 23rd, 2024. I got 9 winning days of 200 or more. So I am eligible for a payout, but I won't be doing a payout yet. And yeah, things are going pretty well so far. Can't really complain about it. I'm looking to get to that 4,000 target for this coming week. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the market gives us. But you can see from my equity curve, we are trending up. I did have like a really bad day. And that's when I really learned that, you know, the volatility in this market is different. And as you can see, like my worst day was a loss of $1,633. But again, ever since that day, I've never taken a loss like that whatsoever. So we're on a brand new 50K combine. And what I want to do, I want to make this one public. So I want to show you guys how I go about passing the combines. I rather do a 150K, but most of you are doing a 50K combine. So I'm going to be using that and just showing you how I trade, right? Showing you the opportunities that I look for. You guys get to see my performance. And I also want it to be a lesson where people could see it and be like, all right, this is the right way to trade. So we're going to be running with this. As you can see, there's no trade history on it because I haven't taken a trade on it at all. So you guys will be able to follow along with that. If you want to follow along more in depth, so looking at the opportunities that I look for in the market and also see me trade my personal account like I showed you my express funded account, then you could just join inside of the Discord and you could be with the community of traders and you get to see all my analysis, my daily recaps, and all that good stuff. So for my final thoughts, you know what? It's been a minute since I said that. Feels pretty good to say that again. This coming week, there's going to be a lot of volatility. We have the CPI, PPI, so it's very important that you focus on your trade location. Just don't take any random trades and please don't get caught up in the chop. It is very easy to lose money when we have high volatility markets. And as far as for the 50K combine, I'm really excited that I'm going to be sharing my progress with it here on YouTube. I'm used to doing the 150Ks. I have done 50Ks in the past, but I really don't like the drawdown that is on those particular combines. But at the same time, doing a 50K combine, I think that would be very helpful for a lot of viewers for this channel, especially if you're looking into trading with a prop firm. It's always a stage that you have to go through. You have to do the combine or do the evaluation, get to the point where you can get a funded account, and then look towards paying yourself out. So the 50K combine would be a great start, and I am going to be focusing on trading micros only. We're going to make sure that we're going to be using the right position size to ensure that we're using the right risk management and we're seeing steady progress. So if you found this video helpful, let me know down below. Give me some feedback. I know it's been a minute. I'm happy to do this for you guys, and I'll be talking to you real soon.